You guys want to hit some unpopular opinions? Are you familiar with this segment?
Oh shoot, I wasn't prepared. Okay, let me think.
It's okay. We'll let you go last. So
let me think while y'all go.
Chris, what you got?
All right, let's hit the. I've been trying to build the bank back up. I was depleting weekly and not refilling, so I think I have. Let's just see. All right, this one could be a crime, but let's go and let's go. This is all entertainment, FBI. If you're not stealing from the self-checkout line, you're doing it wrong.
Oh my god.
What?
If
You're
you don't,
fired.
if
A musical director, what? Oh, okay.
That's what I said. Entertainment value only.
Lord.
If you're gonna have us do the job, why shouldn't we get like a ribeye steak and just kind of, and then be on our way?
Seriously?
I mean,
all right. I was trying a different direction this week. Come on, have a little fun, guys. Steal from self-checkout.
no, I'm just trying to
live a little bit.
Throw
some gum in your pocket and walk out of a store.
I'm just trying to think about like. I just.
Imagine if you were a public store manager.
Oh, true.
See?
I'd be like,
No.
oh no,
Or
someone else's money and inventory is gone.
Okay, here's. So I have a thing with like I when I was younger I stole a lot of things, but like I have a thing with it now because I'm much older and don't feel the need to steal things. But also, like we had somebody steal band merch one time on a gig.
Oh, really?
And then we found him wearing the shirt later, like a block away from after we unloaded, and we got him to give the shirt back.
Just took it off right there in the street.
Yeah. Made him take the shirt off right. Yeah. But like, so that was a terrible feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like if you have like your shit broken into and just like shit gets stolen, that's a terrible feeling. I don't want to do that to somebody else. I get that, Publix or whatever, your grocery store, Ralph's, whatever it is.
Don't want to stick it to the man, Adele?
I don't like that mentality of sticking it to the man.
Come on, man. Where's your 1960s spirit?
Yeah.
Aren't you a counterculture kid?
To an extent, but like I'm also very pro, like business and
that's right. You're a capitalist. I forgot.
So, I'm not a fan of, I don't believe in that Robin Hood mentality.
Yeah. I do like giving, ribeyes to the homeless after I go shopping. It's kind of my vibe.
That's so crazy to me. Why wouldn't you just, if you're gonna steal it, just take it for yourself?
Well, that's,
that homeless dude's been smoking crack their whole life, deserves it more than you do.
Well, here's the thing. I pay for everything that I want,
so you steal for the shitty people in the world. I'm not getting down this rabbit hole.
It's the thrill. Robin Hood doesn't steal for himself. He gives to the poor. He's set up. He's already got his riches.
Next. Yeah.
This
next.
All right.
Sorry. I gotta think of my unpopular opinion. Oh my gosh.
All right. Just to put a cap on this. This isn't like something I try to do when I go to Publix. I'm just sitting there checking out, thinking how easy it is to do.
It's certainly easy
because the apathetic. There's no one there. It would be like so easy to just like load up on whatever you want and take it out. Especially now that this is really more of a what happened to the cashiers question, and but
so you rather have cashiers? Is that your unpopular opinion? Really, that you'd rather have a cashier?
Sure, but that's just we've been there and done that with the Walmart. No, this is it's not like all right. I'll say maybe back in college, maybe back in the early days, there was a whole band of us, but. That's not the vibe. That's not the vibe anymore.
A whole band of all the music school kids going and stealing shit from the self-checkout line at
CDs.
Publix.
Really, we were trying to get hip, but
yeah, it's hilarious.
Not anymore. But it's right there, and if you're not doing it, what are you doing? Live a little.
Okay.
Robbery.
All right, robbery. All right. Here's my unpopular opinion. Good effort, Chris.
What are you gonna do? It's weekly. This will be gone in a week.
Okay, so something that happens that I can't stand. Maybe it's not an unpopular opinion. Maybe more of a pet peeve. I don't like these onslaught of text messages. If you have a thought, just get it out in one text message, right? People they'll be like, hey, send. What are you doing tomorrow? Send. I've got this thing going on. Can you do this? Send. You're like, This could have all been done in one text. I'm driving and my phone is blowing up. I think there's something happening right now, and you just can't like just send one text message is all it takes to get the information out. Am I right or am I wrong?
We're back in Anton's rage corner again.
What is your philosophy on people who have read receipts on? Do you like that or no?
Who have
like? Do you have an iPhone? Like you know how it says read at 3:12 p.m. And then they don't respond to you for the next 2 days. You're like, you just literally what?
Yeah. So I like that because then I know what's happening. You know, when it's just when it says nothing, there's no. I don't know if is. I'd rather you know that you're ignoring me than have to wonder whether or not you got the message. Because I'm sitting there thinking.
Well, you know they got it right. Like you
not
know,
necessarily.
Well, your
dude.
phone.
Then,
that's right. You're on Android, so
yeah,
like, you don't get the failed message thing.
Right, and then on the typically going back to the dating thing on like in the realm of dating. When you I've been in a relationship for almost 10 years, so I don't know what that is anymore. But like previously, I would be like that would be a crazy point of anxiety for me, sending a message and then not getting a response.
Do you feel that way too? It's not just girls that feel.
No,
guys feel like, oh no, she read my message and didn't reply.
I always felt like I was like
being too annoying or.
Yeah, or just like and like girls would always say that. Like, well,
what?
not that. Not that's not what I'm
You're
saying.
So
Sorry.
annoying.
Sorry. My train of what happens in here is not always what comes out. Sorry. So like it would be like women would say things like, well, I'm we overthink everything. Like we're sending text messages and blah. I'm like, maybe I'm a woman because I feel the same way. I send text messages
maybe
like
both of us are just anxious.
Yeah, maybe that's
both
what it is.
Both genders are like think about the same things, but we always try to make seem so like he cares about nothing and he's just ruthless. I'm like, maybe not.
That's always where my head went too. I was like, if I send a message and it was like didn't get a response ever, I'm like, you act like you're a good person on social media.
I know.
You're like you ignore me back like you're a good person. Get the fuck out of here. And it's just stupid shit. Honestly,
still in Anton's rage corner.
Ghosting, it's something that like.
Is it good or bad?
It just depends on why it's happening, right?
Do you have to ghost before your previous relationship? Just to let them down easy, you'd rather just be like, oh, she'll just...
I can't recall doing the ghosting thing because I've had it happen to me many times and I don't like that feeling.
No, it's so anxiety inducing.
If it's because they're not interested or whatever, like, or they just don't feel like you're worth the time to get back to, that is something that I don't agree with. If it's one of those things where they're busy and they forget to get back to you, then that's understandable, So I don't know, like ghosting, but on your side of it, if you're the recipient, it's all ghosting. So like, I don't know, it's hard, like But back to my original point, send your ideas in one text message. We don't need to have like 5 messages to get one idea out.
Yeah.
My unpopular opinion, I just thought of it now. You guys might not agree with it, and people listening probably won't.
That's why it's unpopular. I can't wait.
I really can't say it when people are like, please free save my song and please free save my song. I just like don't think that works. Like I've tried that, and I think you can find better marketing tactics to make people want to go stream your music.
100%.
But
I'm with you. I can't stand seeing it myself. I think it's kind of lame. And
it doesn't help you get on a Spotify playlist. I'm sorry, that's a rumor.
Oh, no. Right, because like the pre-saves are an indicator as to how many people are interested in what you're doing, and then they can look at that and be like, "We'll put you on a playlist."
It's all now who you know. Apparently, like, do you know the guy that makes the new country playlist?
That's what it is. And I forget who I spoke to about it. Oh, this dude, Chris something. I don't know if you know him. He's like a A&R guy out of Nashville. His Instagram thing is Voices with Chris.
It's not Pruitt.
No.
Yeah.
He was doing an interview with Real Time. Real Time was doing like a kind of pseudo podcast thing during COVID, and they interviewed him, and he was talking about like having like knowing people that are on the editorial playlist teams and being able to contact them and reaching out.
For real?
Otherwise, like that's
Jeez.
like not, it's just not going to happen for you. Like that's basically what he was saying.
And I feel like that's why people start those rumors of like, oh, pre-saves do something,
Yeah.
so that it's like, so like I do something and like
I know.
I have like a thought of control or something,
Right.
you know?
Yeah. That whole thing, I think it helps for you. You know, like if you have an audience that
Even
will,
my best friend, it's like, I don't want to pre-save your song.
yeah,
Like if my mom had a song drop and I feel like I don't want to do that for.
Yeah.
Sorry.
that's what it is. And I think like it's so overdone now. It's like every day you see people doing it. It's to the point where you're almost like,
And the over announcing, like, guys, special announcement coming soon. It's like, don't tell me your album's coming 3 months from now, and I
Yeah.
have to like, okay, cool, thank you.
yeah, it's
I
like
just think I don't know. Not. I know you have to do self promo, but you can do it in a way where it's not me. It's like make it your fans watching. What, like, how can you make it value to them? Not make
Yeah.
it all about look at me.
I think that's
Support me.
I think that's what makes a successful marketing campaign. And like
Yeah.
if you sit down and talk to people that work on those campaigns, they're going to tell you to do all of the pre-save stuff or whatever. But then there is that element of what they're going to get for their time, right? So like sweepstakes are a big thing, and like pairing with different brands and doing giveaways. And
You know, like this. Everyone is obsessed with this brand because they do such a good job with their marketing.
what's the brand? Oh, Jags.
Lafarve.
Lafarve?
No. You haven't heard of them here?
No, I don't know anything about sports or anything.
Or hats.
Well,
Or
yeah,
hats.
they're huge now, but they made me this custom hat for the anthem.
Oh,
shout out.
Lafarve.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Are they a local company?
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, doing things that get people excited. First off, having a good product, obviously, but then like doing things that get your fans or people engaged in what you're doing, and that give them something to look forward to. It's like I always feel like giving people insight into your life.
Yeah.
Is like the social media thing, the stories, and like the day-to-day thing, like giving them a bit of who you are as a person, because that's what they're ultimately going to buy into. New music gets released every single day. If you're not giving them something else, like a day in your life, give them something to like really latch on to,
And I totally think, I feel and resonate with all that. I feel like it's one of those things you don't have to do anything, right? But I feel like it's one of those things you play the game, you have it, because I feel you. I don't pre-save stuff unless it's a friend of mine, and I think
you.
it's going to help them.
Good for you.
I just, because then I'll see, okay, one of my favorite guitar players dropped an album a couple weeks ago, and he just, announced when the date was coming out, and then on that day I went and listened to the album.
Right.
I don't need it pre-saved in my library.
No.
I want to listen to it. I'll
Right.
go and listen to it. But it's like, if I feel like, have it out there, because there might be that group of people that just loves to do it, or they want to support or something. So like you give them that option, you give push it a time or two, it's out there, and then you go out and do exactly the same thing. It's like you find out like what's the real thing, like how, like you said, we're pushing our Alchematic single now, and it's like we have all those elements of like that you almost that I feel you have to do. Again, it's our first single. We're figuring all this out as we go. But you get all the elements out there, and then you give them the like, all right, but this is how we made it, or this is like the thought process behind certain things, or like the behind the scenes of a shoot or a recording day. And you can see like, oh, we're people, and we're also just like trying to do the thing. And so it's like, is it a useful thing, Spotify or distro people? I don't really know. I don't know the numbers on how many pre-saves actually get you listens. Am I going to put it out there? Probably, for now, until something better comes along,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hear you.
Yeah, the promoting thing is definitely like, I mean, it sucks because like you don't want to like put yourself out there in a way that's like cringy.
Right, but then it's like you also have to.
You have
so,
to. I mean, that's kind of just.
So if people make fun of you, whatever, let them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So I won't make fun of you.
We had like in my when I had Side Hustle, we released our last album, and we had I went like heavy on the promotion, and like I spent way too much money on a marketing campaign. It was so stupid, but whatever.
Whatever.
And to like the point where the bass player was like, "Bro, I'm tired of seeing our stuff on social media. Just stop." I'm like, "Dude, you're in the band. Like, you should be
Oh
wanting."
my god.
Like, I don't care how much you see it on there. Like, you're not buying a ticket to the show, are you?
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Buy a ticket to your own show.
Yeah. So it's just like, it was like, but you know, it's promoting is the hardest part about this whole thing, honestly, because like there's so many different angles, and then there's like marketing versus PR, and like what the differences are, and like why they're both important, and then like creating experiences like just beyond the show. Like I'm watching like what they did for the Barbie movie and what they did for like, you know, Oppenheimer and this other one, this new scary one coming out. I forgot what it's called. But there's like, you know, first off, the marketing on Barbie, I mean, their budget just must have been ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. So many hundreds of millions of dollars must have gone into marketing on that. That was ridiculous. But then like there's one for this scary movie where they have like this thing set up in like Venice Beach. Like you walk up to take a picture and someone pops out of the thing, right? And it's just like, it's just an experience, an immersive experience that you can give people to get excited about something. So taking things like that and figuring out, well, okay, we don't have $1 million budget to market, right? But like, what can we do that gets people involved and excited and furthermore, just aware about what's happening, you know? It's hard. Are there things that you've done to like?
I made some posters.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I mean, some people are like, I saw your poster, cool. And then you walk by the next day, the place of business took it down. Like, bro, really?
Oh, yeah,
No,
that's
but
gotta suck. Yeah.
I mean, I was flying around 2 days straight just putting up posters. It was mainly fun, but you just don't know which avenue of marketing is going to hit or not. And knowing, okay, is it worth it to do this? Or do I do Facebook ads or whatever? And like PR stuff, people think you just automatically get mentioned in radio and da-da-da. But it's like I had to email them, hey, 99.1, I'm singing the anthem. They're like, cool, we'll call you at the morning of and let our listeners know. And like the Florida Times Union guy, we found his email. He said, hey, just letting you know. And then he's like, cool, we'll do a story. So people don't know. You have to outreach and make things happen.
Yeah, totally.
Even if like it's good, people just don't know about it. So you have to be proactive. And
that's the whole thing. It's like, and then you get rejected on that side too.
Right, sure. I'm like, yeah.
It's the same thing with booking gigs. It's like the same process. You got to put together a little kit.
Yeah.
You got to send it out and hope people get back to you.
Yep.
I sent out so many things for our album and our documentary release where I was like podcasts and local news outlets and like
Ghost.
Nothing. I was like, dude, not even a local place.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
That's what's upsetting.
What other
sure.
band put out a fucking documentary?
Yeah,
dude?
no.
Like, what? It's just
annoying.
like, it doesn't, you can't get bitter about it. It's just what it is. But like, it's that's the thing though. It's hard. You know, you got to put yourself out there and you get rejected and you take the lumps and you just keep it moving.
And you're
you
like,
know?
Yep.
It's a crazy life that we've chosen to lead, guys.
But we love it.
Jump in
Well,
first.
you know,
Well.
I tolerate it more at this point. I was joking. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's got its moments.
Yeah.